guys, it's Nikki and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today's haul video from our last vacation, which was at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. So I'm combining both of my trips into one haul video. Orlando to Anaheim, which that was a long freaking travel day. And I had a great time. I was gone for a total, I think, of 13 days. It was insane. Participated in the inaugural Disneyland half marathon weekend for Halloween in September, which was really fun. I'm going to show you my medals, all the fun items I got at the expo, and all of the things. So, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and let's jump into it. My trip, I feel like I didn't purchase a ton of items. However, now that I'm looking at everything, I don't think I realized how many like pins I ended up getting, and clothing items were a big hit this last trip. So we're gonna jump into apparel first, then we'll just like work our way around the piles around me. Okay? Okay. Trip, it was the Food and Wine Festival, and it actually was the start of the Food and Wine Festival. So we arrived Thursday night, and that was the first day of Food and Wine, and then we ended up going on Saturday. Honestly, besides nothing, truthfully thinking about it further, we didn't do anything Food and Wine, unfortunately. We were kind of busy, we were with a bigger group, and I don't think we tried one thing on the Food and Wine menu. Did we? I don't think so. I don't think we got one thing from the food booths, which honestly is really disappointing because they do have a lot of good options. However, I will be back at the end of October for Wine and Dine, and I'm definitely planning on hitting up Epcot multiple times to try all the things on my to-do list. But the first item that I got from Food and Wine was the pass holder t-shirt. I am very much a pro, like if it says pass holder on it, you get that, because like it's so cool that we're Disney pass holders. Not to get on a tangent, but I grew up going to Disney, never really knew about like annual passes until I got older, and then now that I'm annual pass holder, we actually renewed again for this next year in August. And it's just like, it's kind of mind-blowing that we're able to do it, and I'm so grateful. It is a lot of money to like fork out, because as non-Florida residents, you do have to pay in full. Thankfully, being DVC members, we do not have to get like the ultimate pass. We do have blockout dates, which we're totally cool with. And yeah, long story short, it's a lot, but I'm very grateful and happy to be a pass holder. And I just loved this style of Minnie and Mickey eating their little sushi and their picnic, and it's like a plate in the background. And then on the top it says Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. And then it also says taste your way around the world, and they're having their little sushi date. And then on the bottom it says pass holder. There we go. I've been very much in my Zippity Tees small shop era. This is a Zippity Tees. I just love the feel of the Comfort Colors shirts. And honestly, this shirt doesn't feel great. I feel like I'm my husband, because he is like so picky with the like texture of his shirts. But I did want one that said pass holder. It really just feels like a Gideon shirt. I was gonna say Gideon's. It feels like a Gideon's cookie shirt. Like a Gideon shirt, just like kind of honestly cheap a little bit. But I did want the pass holder shirt. Went ahead and got it. I actually sized up because I know this baby's gonna shrink once I accidentally dry it, and I'm just like kind of over having to remember which shirts not to dry and which shirts to dry. And so I always size up. I size up because then when I dry it and it shrinks a little bit, I'm not mad. Next shirt that I got was definitely one on my list, and I actually picked this up from my friend Ashton as well. But this is Sorcerer Mickey, and this one has been not around for a long time, but a lot of people have been looking for it. I am very much pro Sorcerer Mickey. He's probably one of my favorite Mickeys out of all of the wonderful occupations that Mickey Mouse has. Sorcerer Mickey definitely is one of my favorites. So I definitely had to grab that shirt. During our trip to Disney World, we did do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And of course, I had to get the pass holder shirt from that. I really did enjoy this year's style of pass holder shirts. I did not get the spirit jersey this year. If you've watched my previous hauls from our other Halloween trips, I always end up with that dang Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party spirit jersey, but I don't wear them, and I don't wear them enough. And so I just went ahead and got the pass holder shirt for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this year. And then it has the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party logo on the bottom, all the characters, and then it says pass. I'm not sure why they add Magic Kingdom to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party shirts. They always do it. I just like yeah, it's at Magic Kingdom. Everybody knows that. So I don't know, beats me. The two sweatshirts I bought from Disney World. We actually had our first day ever at the Polynesian, which we did really enjoy. I feel like we didn't get to spend a ton of time there just because we were running around. But I had to, of course, get the Polynesian Village Resort crew neck, and then it just says Aloha on the back with the little tiki guy and the sun and the flowers. It is like very subtle. I do enjoy this. I really do enjoy the feel of this sweatshirt. It is super fuzzy inside. Haven't washed it yet, but definitely probably gonna have to wash it on its own because it is like I have been looking at this Polynesian sweatshirt for years now, but since we've never stayed there, I just always felt like I can't buy it because we're not staying there, which I know like is dumb, but I make myself wait to buy any like resort merch until we stay at that location. So I definitely am glad that I finally grabbed the Polynesian sweatshirt. A really cute DVC member sweatshirt, but since I'm like, we're staying at the Polynesian and that is my rule, I probably should just go ahead and get the Polynesian one now. And then like our next trip, a sweatshirt that I got from Disney World, I absolutely love it. So we are big fans of La Cava de Tequila in Mexico and Epcot, and they had merch for La Cava. Oh my gosh, genius. They're genius. So on the front, it's like a little pineapple and it says La Cava de Tequila. That's their logo. And then it says the D San Angelo Inn or something. I don't know. That's like what the logo says. But the best part is the back. Because it says, "Have a nice day." Isn't that the best? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And then there's like a skull with a sombrero with like, I think an avocado. Like, is that supposed to be an avocado? Yeah, that's like an avocado with the skull as the pit, and obsessed. I love La Cava. Give me an avocado margarita because I can't taste the tequila in there, and some chips and guac. I'm a happy girl. So love this sweatshirt so much. My friend Alyssa and I saw it and we're like, that's a need. We need to buy that immediately. Right. Let's move on to the apparel that I grabbed in Disneyland, which also means that I got some of this at the Race Expo. First one I did not get at the Race Expo. I just got in Disneyland. I really wanted, my goal in Disneyland was to get a t-shirt, a Disneyland t-shirt, and a Disneyland sweatshirt. I only traveled with one sweatshirt knowing that I was going to buy one. Unfortunately, it was about 109 degrees in Disneyland. So didn't need the one sweatshirt I even brought with me because it was so hot. But the shirt that I got was a Disneyland fireworks tee. So it has the fireworks and the castle and the characters. And then it has Disneyland up on top. I actually wore this during our park day one day, and I just love it so much. It's adorable. I wore it with like a red skirt, and it really made the Disneyland pop on the top. But then it says resort right there a little bit. I just really loved the overall style of this shirt, and it was a lot more unique than just like the printed Disneyland ones. I wanted something cool, and like this was very much. And for the Disneyland sweatshirt that I found, I looked. We found this on Sunday. My friends and I were just walking through one of the shops, and she found this sweatshirt and was like, oh my gosh, this is adorable. And I said, oh my gosh, where'd you find that? And it was my size. So then we had to go hunt down her size. And it is the partner statue with like a sunset in the back. And then it also has Disneyland Resort. So the sweatshirt has the partner statue with the castle. And then it says Disneyland Resort with the sunset in the back, and I just love it so much. I was honestly really sad that I hadn't found a Disneyland sweatshirt that I really enjoyed, because I wear sweatshirts all of the time. And when we found that, I was like, stop immediately. I need this. Where is it at? I didn't want to take hers because she found it, but thankfully it was my size and not hers. But we did find hers and her size. But I was just like, oh my gosh, I need this sweatshirt. Is exactly what I was looking for in my brain, and I was very happy to end up with that one. So now these are the clothing items that I got at the expo for Run Disney. If you don't know what Run Disney is a running event kind of. And I don't like to say like, it's technically like a race weekend, but you're not racing. At least like I'm not racing anyone. I'm doing it for myself. And so we ran the 5, the 10, and the half marathon in one weekend in Disneyland. And honestly, it was really fun. I was beyond nervous for the half marathon, but we'll get into more of all of those feelings in my race videos, so make sure you subscribe. The overall theme of the races was Halloween, and one of them was Haunted Mansion for the 10K. And so I got the Haunted Mansion shirt. It says running from ghosts who follow you home, and that has Run Disney on the bottom. They always do like a specialty shirt with the race, like each race for the weekend. This one definitely was the most popular. Everyone was grabbing this one, and I really do enjoy Haunted Mansion, and so I thought this one was really cute. It already has fuzzies on it because I have worn it already, but I just loved like the overall style of this, and it matches the metal really well too. So this one was definitely one of the most popular ones. I'm glad that I grabbed it early and got a good queue, so we got in when all the merch was still available. That's just stressful in and of itself. The other item that I purchased was a jacket, and it's more of like a swishy jacket. And this on the front it says Disneyland Halloween Half Marathon Weekend 2024. And then it has like a little baby Run Disney logo there. But then on the back, it had the half marathon logo. So this one technically was specifically for the half marathon. But I just loved this style so much, and just the overall theming of the half marathon with Clarabelle and Daisy and Minnie as the Hocus Pocus ladies. And I just really loved this jacket. I didn't plan on getting a jacket. I honestly didn't plan on getting any merch, but like, we know how that works out. I was just gonna get my pins and my magnet, but this one was so stinking cute, and I really loved the material. A lot of the Run Disney jackets are more of that like nylon material, and I don't love those. My main goal for Dopey weekend though is to get the Dopey jacket, so that's what I'm getting because that's what all the girlies get, and that's what I was told. So I'm like, whatever, I'll get it. But I'm really excited to wear this during my runs. It's very lightweight, it has good pockets, so I am very happy. And finally, these are all of our race shirts that we get. So when you register for the race, you obviously get the race in the medal, and then you get a race t-shirt as well. And this is something that I didn't know. All of my race shirts have been long sleeve, but long sleeve shirts are only for wine and dine. No, yes, Wine and Dine, and Marathon Weekend are long sleeve, and then short sleeve are Princess and Springtime, maybe, and long sleeve would be Disneyland Half Marathon in January too. I think that's right. But these are my first short sleeve race shirts, so I was really like excited about to see. I guess I haven't like ever realized that I only had long sleeve. So this was an orange. I wasn't thrilled about this, but I paired it with a black skirt, and it was really cute when we were taking our pictures. So the Chip and Dale 5K. And then we had the 10K Haunted Mansion. I really loved the bib for this one. That was the only thing that I didn't realize. I knew I knew this, but then when I actually got there and was like, oh yeah, dang it. For the challenge, so for the bib situation for each of the races, when you do the challenge, you'll get a bib for the 5K and then you get a challenge bib. So that was for the 10K and the half. And I was really disappointed because, well, I liked like the chills and thrills theme for the challenge. I loved the artwork and the design for the half and the 10K individually, but you don't get a bib with that. You get the bib as the challenge. And so I don't know, I wish they would have, like, I wish they would give us the bibs for each individual race, but they do not. This was the half marathon shirt, so I really liked this teal color with the 3 girlies as the witches. And then finally we have the challenge. So this means we just did all the races. Technically the challenge is the 10K and the half for some of these weekends. And it was Jack and Sally. And we're going to include my cute new hat into this apparel section. So I really do enjoy wearing hats while I run or just in general. And I really liked this one because it had each of the themes like in their little coffin shapes. And I just, again, really liked the purple and the white and the black. And then on the outside of it, it was like a black and a purple. I had to grab the Disneyland Halloween weekend mug. I love how it's like a little bat shape. It was really cute. If you follow me over on Instagram, you know I love a good mug, and I cannot wait to use this one. And the sizing, my plan was just to get this magnet because it was for the weekend. But then my friend Molly was like, no, you have to get the challenge magnet too. So then I said, okay, I will. So then I got the challenge magnet as well, which honestly I'm really happy I did because this was my first Run Disney challenge ever. I've never done a challenge before. And so I'm really glad that I ended up grabbing that one. Before we dive into all the pins that I got, I also got a new pair of Gooder sunglasses. So I love Gooder sunglasses. I always use these to run in. And I really use Gooder sunglasses to run in, and I really liked the design on the side and the pink in front. Say hello to yourself. Pair of Gooder sunglasses. I love wearing Gooder sunglasses when I do my runs. Say hello to yourself in the mirror. But I just really liked the side design as well. You can never have too many pairs of Gooder sunglasses. I have a black pair that I wear a lot. I have a purple. I have 2 purples actually, and now I have a fun pink. Not from the expo, but from Disneyland. I did end up grabbing the Halloween tumbler. I just thought it was really cute. Honestly, just got suckered into it, but it has like a little strap that you can use it for. I thought it would be cute, maybe to take it to our pumpkin patch. But I really liked the design, and it has all of the different characters. Run Disney, you do get medals once you complete your races. And I actually made this cute little metal pouch for myself so I could keep all my medals nice and secure while we were traveling, and especially on Medal Monday when you take them to the parks and take lots of pictures, and just keeping them safe throughout the travel of back and forth from the park. So medal number 1 is Chip and Dale's 5K. So medal number 1 is Chippendale's 5K. They were an astronaut and a pirate. Cuties. And then, as I've mentioned, the 10K was Haunted Mansion. I really loved this style of medal. It also is like a little door knocker, which is cool. And this medal and the 5K both were glow in the dark, which was really cool. And then the half marathon medal. Marathon medal again had the 3 Hocus Pocus girlies, Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle. And then I'm not sure if you can see, but like up top here is kind of like stained glass. So if you like look at it from the back, you can see that it's like medal was Jack and Sally. So then you had that spinner component. And since this was my first Disneyland half marathon, but I had already have participated in a half marathon at Disney World, I also got the Coast to Coast medal, which I just think this is so cool. So it says Run Disney Coast to Coast Race Challenge, which just means that I've participated in a half marathon or more at Disney World and Disneyland. And then these guys had the little spinners. I am really excited to hang these medals up on my medal holder, but honestly, I'm even more excited to be able to take them to Disney World in April and do my like full arm out pick with all of my medals for every single weekend. I just can't wait. I am so excited that I'm actually doing it. I've only ever done like 1 race each weekend, and I am in full commitment mode at this point. I have registered for all of the races this season, and my training has been going great. This next push is really big, and so it's gonna be a time had by all, but I am really honestly excited to keep it. 2 things in this bag that are not pins was my fun Halloween slap bracelet. I love playing with these during like meetings, or if I'm trying to like think on something during work, I'll just like have this in my hand messing with it. It's kind of like a fidget thing for me. And then I also got the glow cube. So this little guy is actually an ice cube and can be frozen, and it was a Mickey pumpkin. Again, one of those things I was like, that's really cute, I want it. Okay. Trying to organize all of my pins really quickly. So let's go, I'm just gonna show you like the metal pins in a jump, because I just showed you the medals. The metal pins are the exact same, but they're pins. They're super cool, but each of the medals has their own pins, and they're the same style. And then they have the same like ribbon for the pins too, and they do all the same trick. So I'm assuming that this one also is glow in the dark. It has the little door knocker thing as well. And then for the challenge, it also spins too. So they literally are exactly like the medals, and they are these pins quick here. So this is actually the same pass holder design as the t-shirt, but as the pass holder pin. Also the same pass holder design as the shirt, but for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And I also grabbed the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, just like generic pin. I of course had to get the Disney Vacation Club Halloween pin, so you can see it has the DVC logo down there with Mickey. And I ended up with this Mickey pin too, because I always get pins for my nephews and my niece. And I originally got this for my nephew Leo, but then I found a Baby Yoda Halloween one, and he needed that one more. He picked this one out, but I was like, no, he needs Baby Yoda. So I'm keeping this one for myself. I'm not a huge Mary Poppins girly, but I did see Mary Poppins walking around and actually on the carousel in Disneyland. So I bought this in Disney World. I was manifesting it for me for Disneyland. I just really liked the style of this one. It was very pretty, or it is very pretty. But keeping with the spooky season, I got this fun Haunted Mansion pin. Then I saw this Chef Mickey pin. I am just, I'm so excited I found this. We are actually doing a wine and dine costume very similar to this one. So I saw it and was like, yeah, I gotta get that, baby. And then I'm loving these bi-coastal pins. So any ride that is in Disney World and Disneyland, they've been doing these bi-coastal pins. So this one is Small World. So it has the Small World in Disneyland and then the Small World in Disney World, and it slides back and forth. I just thought it's so cute, and now I want the, because we stayed at 2 new Disney resorts, of course I had to get the Polynesian Village Resort pin and then Wilderness Lodge. Technically we've stayed at Wilderness Lodge, but we stayed at the Boulder Creek side, and now we stayed at Copper Creek, and they don't have a specific pin for Copper Creek, unfortunately. But I really liked the Mickey and Minnie sitting in the rocking chairs. I'm like, Jack, that's you and me. So those are all the pins that I purchased. I really do love all of them, especially those metal pins. But now we're just gonna rapid fire through a bunch of random stuff that I found. So first I did the Main Street story, and this was when we got to go to Walt's apartment in Disneyland. So I am going to do a whole video about this and our experience, but you do get this can. I also got this Donald sipper because I am a huge fan of Donald, and honestly, and then totally different, but we were in Toontown and we were ordering our flop over, and I saw this Donald sipper and I was like, oh my gosh, I just need it, because he's like diving. Do you see him in there? It's literally the cutest thing. It is insanely small, and I did not realize that it was going to be this small. However, I love it and I need to clean it out, but Donald is just so, yeah, it's like stuff. There we go. Donald is just so cute, and he's swimming, and I just love Donald so much. Okay, there's that one. Alrighty. Someone else that I love so much is Boo. I'm just a sucker for these big feet plushes. I have so many now, but they're just so dang cute. And her head even pops off, and then she has her little ponies. Oh, her little pigtails. I can't handle it. And I just love Boo so much, and her big old feet and her little costume, her little monster costume. And I haven't seen her at Disney World, and so when I saw her at Disneyland, obviously I had to grab the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween maps. I love a good map. Give me all of the maps. And then we also got our treat bag. I do feel like we got so much candy this year compared to last year. I don't know why. I'm gonna post a picture of like how much candy we got, but we did get a lot of like random like gummies instead of chocolate, which it's fine. We're big chocolate fans, but I do love the Lifesaver gummies. Didn't know I liked those, but they are delicious. Even the Skittles ones are good too. But now shooting back to Disneyland, I did do the Animation Academy 2 times. The first one we did was Oogie Boogie, and that one was honestly not too terrible to draw. He's pretty cute. Like, he looks like Oogie Boogie, right? And then the second one was a villain. I think he was like, it might be Hades. I don't know. I don't know Hercules. But yeah, he's pretty funny. His chin's got a lot going on, but it's fun. I enjoy the Animation Academy. So, interesting backstory on this next item. We rode Tiana's Bayou Adventure for the first time, and I was so excited. I absolutely loved it. But my biggest thing was I wanted to print off the picture like we used to do back in the day before magic bands, before technology. We'd always go and like print out. That's how you got your picture. Like if you wanted your picture on a ride, you had to print it off. And so I saw that they had this booklet for opening day, and I went there. I should have just asked straight up. I was like, I wanted to print off our picture. didn't realize that just around the corner of the PhotoPass area was where they had the booklets that you could still purchase. Unfortunately, the cast member was like, oh, well, I already printed it off. And so he wouldn't let me switch it, which is fine, whatever. But I got the 5x7 in our first photo because I was like, oh, I probably will actually like put this in a frame. And then it comes with like wallets, which is hilarious. Like, who am I gonna give a wallet to of our Tiana's Bayou Adventure photo? So there's Jackson and I in our first ever Tiana's Bayou Adventure ride. But the second time we went on it, we actually went on it with our good friends. And so that is when I grabbed the booklet. Look how much cuter this is. So if you purchase it in the regular way, it just comes like with this Disney World PhotoPass thingy-bob. But this one was celebrating Mardi Gras with Princess Tiana. And then once you open it, you have a couple of postcards. And this one, oh, this is like an envelope. So if you like legit wanted to send the postcard, you could. Mama Odie, which is really cool. Then when you open it, I'm not gonna show you our picture yet. You have 2 recipes for world famous beignets and the gumbo. And then in the middle, that's where you have your photo. So our photo is actually really funny. So I told everybody in the group, I was like, okay, I'm buying our picture. So make sure you don't duck down until after the fact. And I just noticed the children in front of us, which makes this even better. But I'm gonna cover their faces in the photo. But that is me and Alyssa and Jackson and Dom ducked. And it made it like even better. We were looking at it and I was like, oh my gosh, that is too funny. I am buying it. And I'm excited to like put this up in our home because it looks so cute, right? I love it. Alrighty, couple of our last, like I said, we had our first day at the Polynesian. And I wanted to get something for our home that represented the Polynesian but didn't scream like Polynesian. And so I found this cute little tiki guy. This little tiki guy is like all over the place in the resort. And it says Disney's Polynesian Resort on the back. It's technically a mug. So like technically he is a cup. Like you could fill him with liquids. I am not going to do that. I am literally just going to set him on our shelf so he can be cute as ever. But I just love the style that he brought. And it's like ceramic, so it's pretty good quality. And I believe, yeah, and it was only like $37. So I will take it. But how adorable is he? So stinking cute. Speaking of the Polynesian, whenever you visit the Polynesian, and now there's stuff all over me, you get leis. And so that was the one thing I was really looking forward to, was when we checked in, we would get our leis because that is what they do at the Polynesian. If you go to Alani, I'm pretty sure you get real ones. I could be making that up though. Unfortunately, we got in around 1 a.m. so there was no one out there to hand us our leis, but we went ahead and grabbed them from Bell Service, which anybody can go over and do. But that was pretty funny. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna go. And I was like, we're getting at 1 a.m. Literally no one's going to be there. Final item that I got was from Disney's Animal Kingdom, and it is a wind chime. These can be found in the African gift shop. I can't remember the name of it, but it has one little guy down here. They are $25. The designs vary, they're pretty similar. My mom actually got one in our trip in June, and I've just loved seeing hers, and so I knew I was going to get one during this trip. Carved bamboo wind chimes, and it's just such a pretty sound. Nothing like crazy, and the size is like really good too. So I am looking forward to hanging this up, probably on our front porch. That's probably where it's gonna go. Thank you so much for watching today's haul video. I am pretty sure that is everything that I grabbed from Walt Disney World and Disneyland, but I'm really excited to share all the fun details about our trip with you. So again, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if you've made it all the way to the end. Throw me a spooky pumpkin or ghost emoji, and that'll let me know that you made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day, and I will see you real soon. Bye!